Hi, everybody. Today, I want to introduce you to an incredible resource called Bookshare. Bookshare is a free online library that gives us accessible ebooks for people with reading barriers like dyslexia, visual impairments, physical disabilities. It's a game-changing tool. It's really cool. It gives students access to over 1 million titles in formats like audio, braille, large print, and highlighted text. The reason I chose Bookshare is because it helps level the playing field for those kids who learn differently. In traditional classrooms, print-based reading can be a major barrier for those kids. So Bookshare removes that barrier and gives students equal access to literature, textbooks, educational content. It's federally funded and completely free to U.S. students with qualifying disabilities, making it very practical. My goal in using Bookshare is to support independent reading, boost student confidence, close those achievement gaps, providing those accessible texts and all their options allow students to read at their own pace and in their own way. So it's up to the user how they want to use the text. If they want to listen to it, they can enlarge the text, they can follow along with audio and highlighting, and it also supports individualized education plans, IEPs, and also that universal design of learning, those strategies. My intended audience, of course, is the students that will be using this that have reading disabilities, but also their parents, special educators, general education teachers who support them. Bookshare is a tool that I plan to share during IEP meetings next year, family engagement nights, professional development sessions with the classroom or grade level teachers. It's also useful for the district leaders or instructional coaches. I'm looking to expand inclusive technology, which is hard to come by, especially free. So the ISTE standards I want to use for this would be one of Designer, which is 5A, the use of technology to design accessible learning experiences. Bookshare does exactly that because it's offering customizable formats for each learner's needs. And then also 6B, which is facilitator. Educators can manage the use of digital tools to support the learning. So by introducing Bookshare, teachers empower students to use technology that enhances their reading independence. So I'm going to show this. I'm going to pause my video for just a moment. Okay, so this accessible online library is really easy to sign up for. You go to bookshare.org. And again, this is for qualifying students that have disabilities. So I can't share a whole lot with you because it breaches confidentiality, and I really want to use this, so I didn't want to mess up what I'm going to be able to use next year. But like when you sign your kids up, I'm sorry, I clicked on the wrong thing. Sorry. So I don't have a lot of time, and I apologize for that, but you add your students, and what you can do here is this is where it's going to be very specific to which students can be there, because it asks, does the student have an IEP? Or is there disability with visual learning, physical? Are they 504 qualified? Like it's very specific. And I didn't go on into any of this, but it does go ahead and ask for reader preferences. There just seems like it would be so specific to the students, and developing those IEPs to incorporate this, it's pretty phenomenal. This is a free tool for you to use as long as you fit the criteria. I signed up under a school, and I don't want to take you guys through all that. It's pretty easy to sign up for. It didn't appear that it was free to people in the US, but I think it is if you're underneath a school registry. So that's how I was able to get into here. Again, I didn't add any students because I don't know how many students is going to let me use, and I didn't want to mess this up. But what I could do is I searched a book earlier. I'm just going to say How to Eat Fried Worms because that's something that the fifth graders read. And then it was just a random book. And I can add it to my reading list and assign it to certain students, and they should be able to read this book or have this book read aloud to them. it is a phenomenal tool for those kiddos, because like the kids that come to my room have a really difficult time reading this book independently. They're very short chapters, but there's a lot of big vocabulary, and the characters, um, it's just a well-written book, but it is often hard for my kids with special needs. So you can make it your own, but for the most part, I was just amazed with everything that it could do. Um, you can add reading lists. Again, you can have sponsors. Those are people that are under you. Those could be other teachers. I'm going to talk to my principal more about this. You can upload rosters from, they gave a variety of them that would allow you to do um, going or uploading rosters from an Excel sheet. But again, there are so many uses for it. They said it was 1 million books. I mean, that's an amazing amount of books that you can give those kids access to. I don't want to spend a whole lot of time. I know I'm over on time, but I was really excited about this tool. It's more than a library. It is giving kids independence. It is free for the most part, what I've been able to find. It's easy to use, and I'm sorry I didn't get to show you everything, but it's not just access, it's empowerment for these kids. And the more I find that I can find ways to share books with kids so that they can listen to them, because Epic doesn't usually have the ones that some of my kids really like. No, not knocking Epic, but I'm intrigued by this website. I'm really excited about it. I believe for a year's membership, if my time runs out or whatever, I think it's $100. But again, I think you have free access if you're under a school. So I think it's a game changer. I think it'll be opening schools up to success, kids' confidence, and man, if we can help them love to read, that is a huge thing. So Bookshare, I wanted to make sure I shared that with you guys. Thanks.